Ah, bollocks. Okay guys, welcome to another Why I Love. Now, this week's game, I don't know why I'm saying this week because I don't exactly make these weekly. This game is the wonderful Destruction Derby, released on the PlayStation, the original PlayStation. I was going to say PlayStation 1, but it's not the PlayStation 1, it's the PlayStation. Now, this game was one of the original games to get released when the actual unit itself was released back in 1995, I think it was. Now, why do I love this game so much? Well, you know what, I think this was one of the first games that I actually bought. In fact, it was the very, very first game that I bought. And, you know, going from, what would it have been, going from an Amiga to suddenly something like this, it was just absolutely incredible. You know, it was the future. You were looking at something you'd never ever seen before. I'm going to, let's see, rookie, let's just go straight in. It was something like unlike we'd ever seen before. You know, the Amiga was all very 2D, yeah, it did their polygons and that kind of stuff, but it was very, very limited. And then this thing came out, and this just absolutely blew my mind. You know, the speech, whoops a days, I'm trying to use the wrong control thing. Now, I am actually running this using an emulator. That's why I'm actually featuring this game, is because I've now got a rather spiffy emulator for the PlayStation. It's got a couple of filters turned on, so you can see here it actually looks and plays really, really nice. So there will be more PlayStation games getting the mashup experience. But yeah, this was just incredible. You know, we'd gone, as I said, going from 16-bit to something like this, it was just absolutely mind-blowing. You know, it was so exciting getting a game like this. Because this was the first game I bought. I got this plus a console. I think it was Toys R Us, and I'm sure I paid about 350 quid for it. Even now, it still plays really well. And I've never actually seen any other game since, I think, the Destruction Derby 2 came out. There may have been a third one as well, I can't remember exactly, but there's never been any game that's been even remotely similar. I mean, this was very much, you know, stock car racing. Basically, you keep trying to race as quickly as possible and try and survive and not die. I mean, the music is very, very 90s. It's not my cup of tea, the music, but now playing it now, the handling isn't particularly great. I mean, I'm using obviously the original PlayStation, just came out with the gamepad. It didn't even use the analog stick, so the handling of the cars isn't the greatest. But you know what, that doesn't matter. I mean, you've even got a little, you know, a large screen video going on here. You'll see it in a second as you come around. You'll see the little replay. I mean, that was just completely unheard of. I mean, look at that, just astonishing. It does have various modes. This is obviously just race modes. I'm sure you can change the what do you call it, the perspective of the car as well. Maybe you can, I can't remember exactly. Right, listen, I'm going to quit that and I'm going to go to, where you go, I've just bloody quit. Right. Right, let's go to exit. And what we'll do, my favourite mode of this, and probably most people's favourite mode, was the, oh no, we don't want that, that's the wrong one. We want the Destruction Derby. Yeah, let's go. But whilst not probably being the most technically impressive out of the sort of the first releases on the PlayStation, it was mind blowing how good it was. You know, how far in advance of anything we'd seen before. I mean, yeah, we had the sort of the first generation of 3D graphic cards on the PC, but I don't know, just being able to play a game like this on the big TV was just incredible. Now this mode is basically everybody tries to smash into you and you just want to keep going. You'll see at the bottom right, you've got these little green indicators, and that's basically showing the damage that you've inflicted. Now you did get points, I think, if you managed to spin a car 360 degrees round, so you pick up points the more you can smash stuff. So what you really want to do is try and catch a car right in the edge. Oh, that looked good, there we go, 360. Hey! I would love to know the guy that done the voiceover for this game. What's interesting, you can see there they've kind of used digitised backgrounds. It certainly looks digitised, that there, yeah, there's some mountains and that kind of stuff. Now we should start to see some cars that have basically been burnt out. Now what you don't want to do is what I've done there and end up against the wall, because what happens is you end up getting boxed in and just completely smashed up. So there's it, you can see there I've got at the front of my car on the right, it's now flashing red, which means that's game over. Yep, if you take too much damage, it's game over. Right, let's jump into another mode. I can't remember what the other ones were actually. Quit. Let's come out of that. Yes. Right, what other modes were there? Championship, Destruction Derby, Wreck and Race, Stock Car Racing. Yeah, let's try that. I can't remember exactly what the difference was. Now the one that I liked was the figure of 8 track, because there was always a chance of getting collisions as each car was kind of going round. So let's have a quick shot of this one. But yeah, the game's dated, but you know what, it's still enormous fun, and this was the game that just really let me see just what we were on the cusp of. We had gone from 8-bit machines to 16-bit to what was next generation. Oops, a daisy. Ah, bollocks. Yeah, the handling, certainly, I don't remember. I remember it not being the greatest. It feels worse now, but you know what? Oh, that was close. Now here's hoping we get some sort of collision as we're going across here. There's plenty of debris flying all over the place. But it's quite an impressive game when you actually see the number of polygons it's pushing about. And like I said, I'm not aware of any other game really any similar game, apart from the sequels. It would be nice to get a real true next generation version of this, and it looks like my steering is gone because it's constantly pulling me into the right hand side. Come on! Try that. It's not wanting to let me turn. Just keep taking me into the right hand side. Anyway, listen guys, that is Destruction Derby. That is, I'll always love this game to bits. It was the first game that really let me see that we were on the cusp of new technology. We'd gone from 8-bit to 16-bit, and this was just like, wow, absolutely blew my mind. And obviously games that followed on pushed the boundaries even further. So anyway guys, that is it. As usual, thank you very much for watching.